Hey sis, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla. I am a certified personal trainer and just a self-love enthusiast. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about how to lose belly fat without doing these crazy over-the-top workouts, okay? So without further ado, let's jump right into this video. You've probably been on your phone before and seen these girls with super duper nice bodies, but then you turn and go on their page and like, oh, I wonder what workouts they do. They're over here doing backflips. They're over here doing lifting like 500 pounds. They're doing the extra stuff, and you might end up feeling intimidated. So in your mind, you're telling yourself, I'll never get that type of body because I can never do that. Wrong, 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 wrong. You want to know a secret? I did not start seeing super duper results, and I'm being completely 100% honest. I started seeing the best results when I started doing simple workouts. Literally my everyday schedule, I do the same workouts in rotation, the same level, the same workouts in rotation, and I feel like my body is the best for me, period. And I'm not doing super extreme stuff. When I was doing, I'm telling you, when I first started my journey, I would literally try to lift super duper heavy all the time. I would just do the most, and I would overwork my body. I wasn't seeing the results I wanted to see, and I was just always sore, and I didn't enjoy it. I wasn't enjoying the process at all. I hated it. I dreaded working out because I felt like I had to be super extreme in order to get the body I wanted, and I was so wrong. If I could help anybody else out there not to make the same mistake I made, I want to do that. Well, you're probably wondering, well then how can I do it without doing these extreme workouts? As long as you're adding in cardio with weight training combined. When you combine those two, it makes magic, okay? Cardio helps with your stamina, it helps burn fat as well, and weight training kind of helps with the same thing, but it helps build muscle also on top of that. And if you combine it both together, it is perfect, it is amazing, okay? So how can you do that without being super duper intense, okay? Do you have a dumbbell at your house? All you really need is a 5-pound dumbbell, 5 or 20, let's say you don't want to lift super heavy, 5-pound dumbbell, 20-pound dumbbell, or you know what else? Your body weight. Your body weighs something naturally too, so you could use your body weight on top of that. You do not have to lift super duper heavy to see the results you want to see. A lot of people think that in order to get big booty or in order to get nice toned thighs, you need to lift super heavy, and that's just not true. A way you could do it, let's say you want to grow your booty, right? A way you could do that is, if you have like super light weights, you could just up your reps. So instead of doing 4 sets of 10 like you would do if you were doing heavy weights, you could do 10 sets of 10 or something like that, or even 5 sets of 20, 4 sets of 20 instead of, 4 sets of 10. Upping the reps is kind of equivalent to upping the weight, but instead you're just upping the reps, and it's not as intense. It might be a little bit more intense, but it's not as intense as it would be lifting super duper heavy, straining your muscles. And I feel like that's the best thing for beginners. You can use your body weight squats. You are going to see the results you want to see, okay? Stop letting these people trick you into thinking you have to be super duper intense. You do not, okay? Everyday fitness, okay? It's perfect for everybody. Now, the type of cardio you could do. You do not have to run a mile every single day. I see a lot of people try to get a certain amount of steps in too, which, yeah, that helps, but I'm going to be honest with you, I did not track my steps. I did not do any of that, honestly speaking. I just did what felt right for my body, and as long as I was doing a form of cardio. What I did personally, I did high intensity interval training. And I know it says high intensity, but it only feels like high intensity because you're burning a lot of fat in a short period of time, which is perfect. That sounds amazing, right? Burning so much fat in only 10 minutes, that's amazing. Of course, my workouts on my page, my flat stomach workouts are great examples of that, but in every video, I'll always give an example verbally. So an example of a HIIT workout would be jumping jacks, high knees, and burpees. Those are the 3 workouts, right? You're gonna do 4 rounds, 30 seconds each of those, right? That is a quick 10-minute cardio workout, but after it, you're gonna probably feel like you ran a mile, but it's easy to do. It's not something that's super duper intense. And I always recommend giving yourself breaks in between and just not overworking your body and stressing your body out too much. But that is a perfect way to do it. Cardio, weight training, combine that together. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, the next thing you want to be making sure is that your diet is intact as well. If you're doing these workouts, your workouts cannot outwork a bad diet. So something I need you to do, sis, I need you to throw that fast food out. Okay, cut back on that, at least for your first month. Go a month without eating fast or fried foods, okay? Because that is what's leading to a lot of grease in our system. That's what's leading to a lot of the bloating, and that's what's leading to a lot of the stomach issues that a lot of us probably have from eating that type of food. Instead, act like you're just replacing it. You're not going to stop eating, you're just going to replace what you're eating. So let's say you do 3, you're supposed to do 3 meals a day, but let's say you do 3 meals a day, but you're doing 3 fast food meals a day. Just replace that with some 3 clean meals a day. Clean meals, what I say in every single one of my videos, this should be like repetition at this point. Baked, steamed or grilled protein with a side of veggies and a healthy carb on the side of that too. And that will fill you up, and that feels so much better. Watch, try eating clean for a week or two. Just try to do it for a week and you'll feel so much better. You're like, okay, I could do this. And guess what? Baked foods, healthy, clean eating, it really does not taste bad. I feel like it has a bad rep, but I'm not saying eating salads every day. No, like a lot of us like chicken. A lot of us like salmon. A lot of us like those type of meals. You could do that. Even beef, as long as it's not fried, you could do that. You know, and it's still good. And the great thing is everybody can season their food differently. So you could eat the same thing every day, but just season it differently, and it feels like you're eating something different every single day. But you're kind of still eating around the same type of meals. You know, you could do it. And I feel like if you could eat the same fast food every single day, you could eat the same type of healthy meals in rotation, okay? So that's not an excuse. You know, you got this. Now, something else we have to do. We have to cut out the chips. And I was once a chip fanatic, okay? I still am, but I had to cut back on it. Like, chips was like my kryptonite. I said this in my other video because I started doing research on it, and I found some healthier forms of chips too. They have like zucchini chips and stuff, but just because it's healthier alternative does not mean we can binge on it. Consuming it in large amounts is going to do the same thing that eating regular chips would do, because you're consuming too much of it. So I always like to replace, lately I've been doing snacks, like I've been doing yogurt and fruit and granola too. Those are like my 3 go-to snacks now, and rice cakes every once in a while also. But it's like so much better than a lot of these other snacks that we see. And see, you can still have that in between your meals, and you're not under eating, you're not doing an extreme diet, you're just replacing it. So instead of feeling like you're eliminating, no, I'm just replacing. I'm not under eating, I'm not cutting out meals, I'm just replacing my meals with something healthier for my body. And you're gonna overall feel so much better. You're gonna feel lighter naturally. Watch how you wake up, watch how that morning skinny is gonna look. Now, speaking of morning skinny, one of the best things that come into play when it comes to morning skinny, and if you want to have that morning skinny feeling, I need you to throw that soda in the garbage, throw that juice in the garbage, and pick up that water bottle. I had to do this too, and I had to learn the hard way that was what I was missing. I was working out heavy, I was doing everything, and I still had like bloating, and I still, you know, it's naturally have bloating, but I still just had that stomach fat. And I didn't realize it was because I was still drinking a lot of juice, drinking a lot of soda, and I was not drinking any water. You know how much sugar, juice, and soda has in it? So much. And on top of that, soda has sugar and carbohydrates in it, which is naturally going to make you bloated. Carbohydrates are naturally just going to add some type of bloating, but adding sugar on top of that, the bloating is going to last a lot longer. If you drink like a sparkling water, maybe the bloating will last like a few hours, if that, but it's not gonna, it doesn't have a lot of sugar, and it's basically water, so it's not going to be lasting that long. It's not going to add fat to it. No, the soda was literally adding belly fat to my stomach. I don't care what anybody says. I felt like it was going straight to my stomach, literally. So I had to cut out sodas and juices. You can replace that with smoothies or sparkling water, like I said, or honestly, we might have to just suck it up and just drink our waters, okay? If you want like if you have to have some type of flavor to it, I tried lemon water. Like I said, I tried sparkling water. I love smoothies. All you need for a smoothie is coconut water with frozen fruit in a blender, and blend that up. Or you can get a smoothie from your local store. Like they have smoothies at Smoothie King's, Tropical Cafe, a bunch of those. But I was making my own smoothies and I loved it. Also, try coconut water. See if you like it. It's not for everybody. Not everybody likes it, but I actually like coconut water. Try the pineapple flavored coconut water. That's a little bit better. And it still has some type of sugar in it, but it's not as much as like a juice would have. So it's a lot better than a juice, a fruit punch juice that you can get from Walmart. The coconut water is a lot better. It's like the same type of sugar that would be in a fruit. And that's a lot better for you. As well as yogurts. Try the yogurts. If you're a fiend for ice cream, try to replace that with yogurt and see what it does. See how it feels for you. I realized like I was obsessed with like ice cream because I just wanted something cold, and I tried yogurt and it felt a lot better. Of course, like I always say, not consuming it in large amounts, but if you just, you know, because you can still consume it, it's good. It is very, very good. Now, the next thing I want you guys to do, back to the workouts, I want you guys to plan out your workouts though. So when I say plan out your workouts, literally plan it out, like that's what it was. Figure out, okay, what am I going to do this day? Because when you have it planned out, you're more likely to just go with it and do it. A lot of the times when you're not running on a schedule and routine, that's when you're more likely to just not do it. If you have in your head what you're going to do for that day, it's a lot easier to just go ahead and do it because you know what you're going to do. You know exactly what you're going to do. It's saving you so much time just spending thinking about what you're going to do. you're thinking about it ahead of time. I was planning out my workouts a week in advance when I started, and it went by smooth. And it was a lot easier for me to stay disciplined when I had my routine together, and it was a lot easier for me to stay consistent when I just knew exactly what I was going to do, okay? That was the key to it all, literally. Just helped me stay consistent was when I literally planned out what I was going to do that day. That's honestly the truth. I just planned it out, and that helped me. And it wasn't anything super duper intense. It was simple stuff. I made sure I added in those rest days, okay? Add in those rest days. Trust me, you need those, because naturally working out, your body's going to feel some type of soreness. So you need to give yourself rest so your muscles could build and you could just, you know, heal. Give yourself time to heal. So that was all for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys are enjoying these tips and these gems. I really hope it's helpful. So please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.